Man, what a night, ladies and gentlemen. Reason you clicked on thumbnail. That's right, folks. We're going to get into the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys and my post-game recap, reaction, all that, man. I took notes, watched pretty much the whole game, and we're breaking down the statistics in this episode. We're going to take and break down each of their schedules going forward and just a couple thoughts that I have ultimately from the game. Starting off with the Philadelphia Eagles, they remain undefeated. So 72 Dolphins, hey man, go ahead, put that champagne, go keep it on ice, just a little longer. You know, Eagles gonna lose one sooner. And look, before I continue on this episode, it's your first time tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name's TouchdownDoug or Doug Smith. The show's called The Touchdown with Doug Smith, and I'm happy you're here joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I cover the whole entire NFL, all 32 teams, from NFL interviews to recaps to whatever it may be that's going on in the news. We're going to take and cover it here. But go ahead and start off with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Jalen Hurts with the RPO king. This guy went off tonight, man. This Philadelphia Eagles team is a team that's very fun to watch. Whether it's they could sit and run the ball the whole game, or they could do little dump passes, and it's one of those things like you got to respect the run. And because so many teams that go up against the Philadelphia Eagles respect the run, they're able to get away with murder. When it comes to these passes and stuff. That being said, they got three great targets. You got Dallas Goedert. You got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Those three are wreaking havoc, and they're doing it well. And what's crazy is that, man, Jalen Hurts has not been in the NFL a long time at all. You know what I mean? Third year in the NFL, right? And second year as a starter. He started part of the year last year, right? So I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. It seems like Eagles fans have truly bought in. They now went from 5-0 to 6-0, and they beat a few good teams in the process as well, too. And on top of that, I remember Nick Sirianni, when he first became the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, he's kind of going viral, just doing having a lot of stupid interviews, things of that nature. And it was one of those things where I was like, man, like, I don't know, this guy, he has a real off the wall personality, and he is Philadelphia. He is the embodiment of a Philadelphia Eagle head coach. He is bought in, and I love it, man. The game was fun tonight. They had rapper Meek Mill. He ran out on the stage, out onto the field, and he did the song. I think it's "I'm a Boss," I believe it is. Not to mention when Darius Slay eventually had that interception, he runs all the way down to the end zone, which is mind you, it's still another 30, 40 yards opposite direction. This is after he was tagged down, and takes and gives Meek Mill a touchdown ball. An interception ball. Then, not to mention, on top of that, Meek Mill put $500,000 in gambling down on basically he bet $500,000 that the Eagles were going to win. So he is $500,000 richer. I take it. So great game tonight. I had a blast watching this, man. And it's good that these two teams are good again. Look, I talked a lot of crap about the Dallas Cowboys before the season. I think I had y'all winning 4 games the whole year. Lord have mercy, I was wrong. Not going to ask for forgiveness. I was just wrong. But y'all did your thing, man. I mean, look, the Eagles were up 20-0, and Eagles almost let them fully back in the game. As soon as Dallas started to get their running game back, and this Dallas team, they're trying to find their identity. You know what I mean? It's the thing with Dallas is like you want to take a root from. You want them to take and do well, because it seems that many of their fans have definitely have humbled themselves, in recent years and time. But my problem with Dallas is that, they have a player, they fall in love with them, and they just keep him there. Zeke Elliott, they just keep him there. You know what I mean? Michael Gallup, solid player, but they just keep him there. And then the most important pieces like Amari Cooper, you trade him to another team, and I don't know, man. They find themselves in cap hell. And Jerry Jones falls in love with the player, and it's like he's always overstepping his boundaries as coach, instead of just being an owner and just marketing for your team. You know what I mean? So we saw that tonight. And why, like, Doug, why are you talking about that? This has nothing to do with this game. It has everything to do with this game because, we're seeing that, like, man, if Dallas had a better, smarter, wiser back office, they should have won this game. I mean, and they didn't lose by much. They lost by 9 points, 26-17, right? So crazy game. Philadelphia, congratulations, man. Y'all played a awesome, awesome game tonight. And then I don't know if y'all remember this in the first half. I took a few notes here. Nick Sirianni, man, great coach. Loving what he's doing offensively. What I love is how fired up he gets. And when you're just the energy, the positivity, man. I guess what concerns me about Philly is like, man, what does this look like when they come across tougher teams, right? Tougher than Dallas. What is that going to look like? And can Nick Sirianni, does he have what it takes as a coach to keep your team level-headed, right? You have Jalen Hurts, who's a bona fide leader, silent leader, but a bona fide leader. So that leads me to this. Let's jump into this schedule here. I got Philly. Here we go. These are the games. They beat Detroit, Minnesota, Washington, Jacksonville, Arizona, and Dallas. Jacksonville's a respectable team this year. Detroit is so scrappy in Minnesota. I mean, hey, they're 4-1 right now, 5-1. You know, they're 5-1 right now. So they're doing their thing. And then Dallas, they're decent. So they beat some pretty good teams. But then you come over here to Pittsburgh Steelers. That should be easy win. Houston, Washington's gonna be a very easy win. Then you have the Colts, which they're trying to find their identity right now. Then you got Green Bay. Excuse me. Yeah, Green Bay, they're one of those teams that they're going to tease you. You know what I mean? There's any games where like, wow, they really lit it up, but it's Green Bay's in rebuilding mode. So I think this is a game that Philly can definitely win. And usually when Philly and Green Bay play, more times than not, it's a really good game. I'm looking here, y'all, and it's like the rest of their schedule. I mean, they got the Giants twice, and Giants are going to be tough. Never thought I'd say that, but man, I got Philly probably losing at least two of their remaining games. You got the ones against the Giants. Saints are going to be tough. Dallas again. And then you got New York in the final 5 games. I think they're going to continue to shock the world and do really, really well, man. But then there's some trap games in there, right? Houston has stayed competitive, even though they're not doing too good as a team, right? Then let's look at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, they don't have a bye until week 9. Let's see who they got. They play Philly tonight. They got Detroit next, Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota, New York, Indianapolis, Houston, Jacksonville, Philadelphia Eagles, Tennessee, and then Washington, right? And I'm seeing here probably another 4 losses for the Cowboys, right? So I have them, probably just making it into the wild card, if anything, right? So I don't know, man. It's really interesting with the Dallas Cowboys, what they ultimately look like. Now let's pull up the stats for tonight, and I'm actually just now pulling this up right now as we speak. Pulling up the stats for tonight. But yeah, crazy win, huge win by the Philadelphia Eagles, man. The defense is clicking, the offense is clicking. Man, everything's looking great for Philly, man, right now. And I think the big conversation is like, do we respect Philly as a Super Bowl competitor? And for me, it's a yes. It's a yes because it's a good mix of youth and veterans, who they have at their coach. But I need to see them go through some adversity, like Buffalo Bills, they lost to Miami earlier this year. They went through some adversity. They pulled off a win against possibly the best team in the NFL, one of the best teams in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs. So you got that there, right? So let's pull up these stats here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sorry. I'm trying to pull this up here. All right. Pull this up here. Just pulling this, typing this online. One sec, y'all. 2. I'm just having a tough time pulling this up here. But yeah, Philly, man, did their thing. Did their absolute thing. Also, you guys go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so we got Cooper Rush. He's 18 for 38, 181 yards, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Dak Prescott, this is his team. Cooper Rush did his thing, man. He lost his first game as a starter. You got Jalen Hurts, 15 for 25, only 155 yards, but had 2 touchdowns. And then rushing, it's like, Lord, Miles Sanders, 71 yards, Jalen Hurts, 27, Gainwell, 25, Boston Scott, 16. They did their thing. And then Dallas wasn't necessarily bad either. 81 yards for Zeke Elliott, and then Tony Pollard, 44 yards, right? So I'm not crazy about their backfield. I think, in my opinion, Toy Pollard should be the starter for Dallas, but that's another thing for another day. But yeah, man, well, my whole thing is what happens when Philly goes up against a really good secondary and A.J. Brown gets locked down and Devontae Smith gets locked down. Because I'm showing right here, Jack Stoll got 1 reception, Miles Sanders 1 reception, Quez Watkins one reception, right? But then Devontae gets 5 and A.J. Brown gets 5, right? So what does that look like, right? I don't think this is Philly's year at all. But I think they make it to the playoffs, man. And I think they probably win 1, maybe 2 games in the playoffs. So I think it's going to be really, really exciting. But this defense, boy, I love this defense. I love this defense so much. Shout out to my guys on the Philadelphia Eagles too, Marlon Tui Pelotu, good friend of mine. I've had him on the show. And then the Kobe Dean, they also got some playing time tonight, had him on the show as well too. So but that's all I have here tonight. It's been a long day. This is my 3rd time streaming today. So this week, man, I'm not sure if I'll be doing a live show for Monday night, but I will be doing a live show possibly Thursday. And then we'll get some more matches in this Sunday as well too. So, man, God bless you guys. Have an awesome night. I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with like the dopest outro in the world. Shout out to my guys, Waylay Creations, and also Ill Since Birth put together this dope song for me. Hit y'all this outro. Have a good night. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Go change the world. Have a good night.
Touchdown with Doug Smith, celebrate, that's a new move. Heisman, 2 views, catch him on YouTube. NFL coverage, interviews, who lose, who win, who lose. Comedy, you choose, it's not about moolah. The QB's like Tua is missing in action. No L's on my shooter. Play it like Marino, it's a gamble like casino. Hungry for it, but you know we still gon' try to feed the people. Rivalries will lead the conference. Cowboys are the Eagles. Will Belichick be a threat? Better check. Tomlin on deck. Much respect to the vet. What to expect? Gotta tune in for the rest. Make sure to sub, like, check. At the best, Bad Boy, the sports podcast. For the threat across the north, east, south, in the west. Sitting back clueless. Time to tune in. Now another